Man City news today. Gaughan has reported that Manchester City are set to reward Gvardiol with a new contract. Next up, the sporting director of one of Turkey's biggest clubs is reportedly preparing for transfer discussions with Man City, and a defender linked with Man City is reportedly moving closer to signing a new deal with a fellow Premier League club. But first, don't waste any time and subscribe to our channel right now to stay updated on everything happening about the citizens. Manchester City may have just received one of the biggest boosts of their summer, and surprisingly, it has nothing to do with a new signing. According to Gaughan, Gvardiol is expected to sign a new contract with Man City until 2031, ending weeks of speculation surrounding his future and providing a major statement ahead of Enzo Maresca's first season in charge. When people talk about rebuilding after Pep Guardiola, the conversation usually focuses on arrivals. Elliot Anderson, new fullbacks, attacking reinforcements, those are the headlines. But retaining world-class talent is often just as important as recruiting it, and Gvardiol falls firmly into that category. He's already established himself as one of the most valuable players in Man City's squad. Even after suffering a serious leg injury that disrupted a large portion of last season, his importance never really changed. His combination of physicality, composure, versatility, and elite ball progression remains rare. In modern football, from a tactical perspective, this matters enormously. Maresca is expected to preserve many of the positional principles that defined Man City's success under Guardiola. That system relies heavily on defenders who can initiate attacks, break opposition lines with passing, and remain comfortable under pressure. The Croatian defender excels in every one of those areas. The fact that Fabrizio Romano has also reported that a move to Spain is now off only strengthens the feeling that Man City see him as untouchable. In my opinion, this is about much more than a contract extension. It is reassurance during a period of major change. While Hugo Viana continues to work on signings and squad improvements, securing Josko sends a clear message. The foundations of the next Man City era are already being protected. Sometimes the most important business of a transfer window is making sure your best players stay exactly where they are. My friend Man City fan, Josko Gvardiol looks set to commit his future to Manchester City until 2031. Do you think keeping Gvardiol is the most important piece of business the club can do this summer? Drop your thoughts in the comments. One of the most interesting storylines developing behind the scenes at Manchester City right now isn't about who could be arriving at the club, it's about who might be leaving. As Man City prepare for a new chapter under Enzo Maresca, every squad decision carries extra weight. The era of simply collecting talent is over. This summer feels more like a strategic reset. And Nathan Ake could be one of the players caught in the middle of it. Reports from Turkey suggest Fenerbahce are preparing direct talks with sporting director Hugo Viana regarding a potential move for the Dutch defender. On the surface, it may seem surprising. He's rarely been a headline maker at the Etihad, but that's exactly what has made him so valuable. Over the years, he's become the ultimate manager's player, comfortable at center back, reliable at left back, tactically disciplined, and trusted in big matches. When injuries hit or systems changed, Ake was often the solution. The question now is whether Man City see him as part of their future or part of their transition. From a football perspective, the logic is understandable. Man City are reportedly looking to reduce the average age of the squad and create room for the next generation. Younger defenders are emerging, recruitment plans are accelerating, and difficult decisions are inevitable. For Funner, Nathan would be a statement signing. He's a proven Premier League winner with experience at the highest level of European football. Exactly the type of leader a club chasing its first league title in over a decade would target. In my view, this situation matters because it reflects something bigger than one transfer. It reveals how the club plans to evolve after Pep Guardiola. If Ake leaves, the citizens won't just be losing a defender. They'll be saying goodbye to one of the most dependable and underrated figures of their most successful era. So citizens, with Fenerbahce reportedly interested in Nathan Ake, would Manchester City keep him as part of Maresca's new project or allow him to move on this summer? Share your opinion in the comments. For a long time, Manchester City fans have looked at the right-back position and wondered whether the club would eventually bring back Pedro Porro. After all, he's developed into one of the Premier League's most complete attacking fullbacks since leaving Man City. But now, that possibility appears to be fading fast. Reports suggest Porro is close to signing a new long-term contract with Tottenham, a move that would effectively shut the door on any return to the Etihad this summer. That's interesting because Porro seemed like a perfect fit on paper. He already understands the club's philosophy, he's comfortable in possession, and perhaps most importantly, he offers the attacking aggression modern elite fullbacks need. Under Enzo Maresca, a right back will likely play a major role in build-up play, often stepping into midfield or creating overloads in advanced areas. But Tottenham clearly recognize Porro's value. Roberto De Zerbi reportedly sees him as untouchable, and a contract running until 2030 sends a very clear message. He's part of their future. The bigger story for Man City fans, however, isn't losing out on Porro, it's what happens next. Hugo Viana appears determined to lower the average age of the squad while building a team capable of competing in the post-Guardiola era. That explains the growing interest in younger options such as Marco Palestra and Gvardiol. Instead of spending heavily on an established star, the citizens may prefer investing in a player they can develop into the next elite fullback. And let's be honest, Matheus Nunes' emergence has changed the equation. His performances at right back last season removed the urgency from Man City's search. The club can afford to be patient. So while Porro staying at Spurs may disappoint some supporters, it doesn't feel like a major setback. If anything, it reinforces Man City's long-term strategy. Identify the next star before everyone else does, rather than paying a premium for one who's already made it. My friend Man City fan, with Pedro Porro seemingly set to stay at Tottenham, do you think Manchester City are missing out on the ideal right back, or is the club right to focus on younger options like Marco Palestra and Gvardiol? Let me know who your dream right back signing would be in the comments below. This is the Citizens News Fan channel, and I'll stop here. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. A big hug and see you in the next video.